Hello group, I had the plot profile. A plot profile is a chart that graphs the high and low points of excitement or tension during that point in the plot. And when you arrange your graph, you have the chapters run along the x-axis and then your high and low points of excitement or tension along the y-axis. You align the chapter with the point of excitement and then you place your plot. So chapter 1, this was the level of excitement. And then after placing your plot, you write a brief description. So I said picture day, because that was the first chapter. And then when all your plots are placed, you should see a pattern of how the excitement flowed throughout the book. So this is mine. As you can see, I have it labeled correctly. And then this is kind of hard because it's backwards. So chapter 1, the excitement was for picture day. And I just kind of left it in the middle between high and low because I really didn't think it wasn't exciting because the book just started, but it wasn't super intriguing to me. And then on chapter 4, it got a little bit more exciting because in that chapter, Lolo had agreed to pay $30 to Mercy for that could go towards her new bike. And then here at chapter 8, I have that Mercy goes to the movies with her friends, and that's about the same exciting level, I think. And then to chapter 12, it got more intense because Lolo got lost when they were out doing their paint job. And then about chapter 16, Mercy's just kind of moping around and she's just upset the whole chapter. And it wasn't very exciting, but it wasn't not exciting. And then, so this is kind of like the first slope of excitement in the first half of the book. And then here about chapter 20, Michael says he can, which means he says he can come over to get their fitting for his costume, which is getting more exciting. And then chapter 24, which I have right here, it gets even more intense because she finds out that Michael's costume got destroyed. And so the tension is very, very high. And then chapter 28, it stays high because she finds out that Lolo has Alzheimer's disease, and so the tension is still very high. And then chapter 32, Edna has no eyebrows, so the tension is still pretty high. So in comparison to this slope and that slope, I'd say the second half of the book kind of just stayed intense till the end of it, where the beginning had more of a steady increase, and then it went down. So yeah, so in making this, the typical scenario is the book starts out pretty average and then steadily gets more exciting, and I think that goes along when we used to make these graphs similar to this in elementary school, when you usually have like one climax of the story or two climaxes. So in a sense, I'd say this kind of has two different climaxes, but here it gets a little tricky because there are multiple things that are climaxing, so that's why I have all 3 chapters there. Creating this chart helps readers reflect and comprehend the story in a deeper sense. It allows you to think behind why the author wrote this book in this specific sequence and how it all fits together. When making this myself, I kind of struggled at first because the picture in the strategy book just looks super easy to make, but I had to go back and I had to reflect because it's been a while since I've read it, and reflect on each chapter, deciding what was the main point or an exciting point from that chapter to plot on this. Overall, it gave me a deeper understanding of the book in entirety. I could probably tell you every detail from this book now from going back and flipping through and creating this plot profile. I think these are very beneficial, and I can't wait to use this in my future classroom. Thank you.